All credit of this idea should be given to RS Animate. This is my life and what I've learned in ALEC 302 thus far. We learned that every achievement starts with a goal. We learned this from Greenleaf. Now, in October of 2009, I decided that I wanted to work for this place. And we'll call this place Hotel. Now, hotels tend to have a lot of departments. They have their sales department, they have their front desk department, they have banquets, which is what I was hired for, and they also have breakfast. We'll give you some green eggs here. And then, what happens is, with the time conflict, I am no longer able to work banquets, and instead, they want me to work breakfast, which I'm cool with. So I worked breakfast for about 4 months. Now it's about February. And Mr. Hotel stops me and says, "Yo, hey Molly, you want to work front desk?" And I said, "Oh, sure, that would be cool, but I really want to work for banquets." And he says, "Well, if you work front desk, you'll be able to learn more about the hotel, and that could better your knowledge when you do work for banquets." So I say, okay. So then I decide, all right, I will work for the front desk. That's me. Anyway, so I work for front desk for about 1.5 years, and then I leave for Grand Island to do an internship at a reception hall so I can get this shiny piece of paper called a diploma. So 3 months of working at this reception hall, then I decide, oh, I'm going to come back to Lincoln. So I come back and I work for this place again. Now I'm still at the front desk saying hello to my friends and still wanting to be in banquets. So I decide I'm going to talk to our Miss Hotel assistant, our assistant general manager. And I tell her about how I really want to start working for banquets because that's what I was hired to do, and that's what I'm going to get my degree in, essentially, is event planning, which the best department for me would be banquets. So after talking to her, she says no. So I'm a little upset. I really wanted to work for banquets, and I'm not getting it. Now, do you remember our friend Bill? He came in and he said that you should feel cared for at your workplace. Well, when my Miss Hotel assistant said no, I felt like I wasn't being cared for, and there was no love in my workplace. So this made me very sad. But instead of moping around, I decided to do something. So what I did was I talked to the heads of departments. I talked to the head of the banquets department, the head of the human resource department, and the head of the front desk. Now, everybody was on board, except for the front desk manager. He said, "No, I need to figure a few things out before I make sure that I can move you to banquets." Now, the thing is that banquets is hiring for people, and I, like I said, was hired to work in banquets. I just, for some reason, was never getting moved there. So, it's been about a month. I didn't know what to do. And so, I decided again, I'm going to do something else. Because obviously, I missed something. So, I decided to turn in my shiny little paper that says in 2 weeks, I'm going to be done. Because I'm not getting the experience I need here anymore. So, in a sense, this is kind of like managing my boss. So, what I did was I told the front desk guy that I'm gonna leave because I'm not getting my experience, and this made him stand outside of his zone of comfort. That's my boss man right there. Here's the zone of comfort. So this kind of made him feel uncomfortable, and I told him a little bit about transformational leadership and how I was kind of rocking the boat when I put in my 2 weeks and then put him out of his comfort, and also told him I knew what I was talking about. So transformational leadership is a little bit about having your followers reach their full potential. Now, my front desk guy, he decided to talk to the head of the banquets department and the head of the human resource department, and also he talked to our Miss Hotel assistant and Mr. Hotel, and they decided to get together and give me a raise and also move me to the banquets position. So because of this crazy mess of my life, I have finally learned how to put something in class to your real life to make something happen.